Shalom, giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rakah, Quadash. Double honor to my apostles and bishops of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel, which consists of the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And also we have to mention the Israelites that are scattered all around the world, which we refer to as the Israelite foreigners. All right, this is Brother Kassad speaking. Just wanted to do a news update dealing with the biblical prophecy of World War III, which is prophesied in the Bible to come to pass. Okay, and this article is from CBSnews.com, and it is entitled, Israel is Poised to Launch Operation on Iran. Multiple sources tell CBS News. Okay. It says, U.S. officials have been told Israel is fully ready to launch an operation into Iran. Multiple sources told CBS News. The U.S. anticipates Iran could retaliate on certain American sites in neighboring Iraq. This is part of the reason the U.S. advised some Americans to leave the region earlier Wednesday. The State Department ordered non-emergency government officials to exit Iraq due to heightened regional tensions, and the Pentagon has authorized military family members to voluntarily leave the Middle East, a defense official told CBS News. Okay, so that pretty much explains it. Okay, you got Israel, they planning to launch an attack. All right, this is alleged. All right, we'll see if they actually do it. All right, we're just gonna have to follow this situation and we'll see what happens next. Okay, but all right, this is all lining up with biblical prophecy. Okay, and we see on this side of the world, which is the western side of the world, the United States, North America. Okay, we see uproars of the people. Okay, we see the people out there protesting ICE. Okay, and it's coming out that that's an inside job. A lot of those people that are partaking in domestic terrorist like behavior, those people are set up by and funded by, allegedly funded by George Soros and company. Okay, just like this, and that's the same person that funded the Black Lives Matter movement, so forth and so on. Those agent provocateurs. Okay, so we in that time, man. We not in the time of peace. The scriptures tell you in Ecclesiastes, the 3rd chapter. All right, there is a time for peace and a time for war. Right now, we're not in the time of peace. Okay, and with that being said, let's get the scriptures. There you go. Isaiah 48:22. There is no peace, saith Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahawashi, unto the wicked. Okay. There is no peace unto the wicked. The wicked is who? The nation of Edom. That is who is in the power seat. The Edomites today are known as you so-called Caucasians. Okay. And you so-called Caucasians also like to be known as so-called white people. Okay. And you got particular groups of these so-called white people. All right. And the ones, the top ones are the big nose little hat wearers, over there in our holy land. Okay. Our holy land, Jerusalem. pretending to be us. Okay? They're the Edomites that the Bible speaks of. They are the devil that the Bible speaks of. They are the wicked that the Bible speaks of. Okay? And they rule the planet Earth. The whole entire world. Okay? And they are destroying the world, and the nations, the other heathen nations that have their strongholds, that have their positions, they are rising up against thee. All right? Against the powers that be. Okay? And it's all lining up. Like I said earlier, we see things heating up over there. We've been doing videos on the conflict over there between the Houthis and the IDF, or if you want to call them, the Israelis. Okay, so forth and so on, man. All right, and then on the flip side of that, we see the economy here in America. We see high levels of inflation. All right, the debt ceiling is constantly increasing. All right, debt is constantly on the rise. Okay, we're approaching the global reset. We're approaching the dollar collapse, the end of an era. Okay, so everything is falling into play. All right. So the Lord is gonna be back real soon. Okay, within the span of our lifetime. Okay, and that time is very near. Okay, us, we hasten the day, we hasten the coming of the Lord. So we measure the times diligently, and we know that we close. We're very fucking close. All right, no man knoweth when exactly, but we know we are very fucking close. I'll leave it at that. So we ain't gonna be here like these other camps are saying. We ain't gonna be here for no fucking 30 years, 10 years, 8 years. You ain't supposed to be in that spirit. Okay? If you teaching that we might be here for 20, 30 years, even 10 years, even fucking 5 years, you know what I'm saying? So forth and so on. Look, man, you're supposed to be hastening the coming of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, man. We want the Lord to come back right now. We wanted the Lord to come back yesteryear. Okay? So that's the spirit you want to be in, man. We want the Lord to come immediately, ASAP. But all right, let's move on. This is Jeremiah chapter 49, verse 20. It says, "Therefore hear the counsel of the Lord that he have taken against Edom, and his purposes that he have purposed against the inhabitants of Teman." We already said Edom is you so-called Caucasians. All right. And the Teman is one of the tribes of Esau, or the sons of Esau. Okay. And that's you so-called Germans predominantly. It says, "Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out." Right. The least of the flock shall draw them out. Now that's talking about the little hat wearers over there in the Holy Land, Jerusalem, the land of Israel. All right. Defiling the land, claiming to be the Most High's chosen. All right. You know what they call themselves. All right. I'll say this: the fake tribe of Judah, the false tribe of Judah. Okay. Not to mention they don't even know who the other tribes are. Right. Those bastards, those rat bastards. All right. They're the ones that's going to draw out who? The U.S. military. All right. The U.S. military and company. Okay. To fight their battle. All right. Because really, the U.S. is their only ally. Really. Okay. And it's going to get ugly over there. It's going to get turned up, and it's going to be a war. And it's all according to the Bible. All right. Scriptures tell you the third woe coming quickly. We're in that time. All right. So we're gonna stay on our posts and continue to watch. Okay. So with that being said, until next time, I'm gonna say shalom.